Hello and welcome to another writing vlog. It has been a very long time since I last wrote, 3 weeks to be exact, and that's way too long, but I have been extremely busy with life stuff. I quit my 9-to-5 corporate full-time job 3 weeks ago. I gave my 2-week notice and I've already been through 1 week of unemployment, and I would love to tell you that it's been wonderful, but I've been so busy with other life things that I honestly haven't had a second to do anything remotely fun. As you can see, I'm in a different place today. I had to leave my house for a few days, and so I am taking it easy. I'm writing and enjoying myself, relaxing, having some family time, and I'm just really excited for this weekend because I have been so busy and I need a break. And also, I haven't been working on my book, and I really need to get back into it. I do want to be clear, this life stuff that's going on, I will be making a video about it next week, and so you should be seeing that and kind of get a picture of what's been going on in my life over the last few months. Quitting my job was only part of it, and that might explain why I haven't had lots of time to write. Now that these things are slowly kind of resolving themselves, I am going to get back into writing more. And hopefully over the next month or so, I can get into writing full time. That is what I want to do with my free time now that I'm unemployed, is write my book for a while. And I'm really looking forward to getting that opportunity. So today I'm just going to spend the afternoon trying to figure out where the heck I left off. I do not remember the last thing I wrote. I don't remember where I was in the story. I honestly don't remember much of anything at all. So I'm going to reread the last few chapters, like skim them that I wrote. And then I'm probably going to do a little bit of brainstorming as to where to go forward. Usually I already have that planned out in my head as I write, like on a daily basis. But since it's been so long, I think whatever ideas I had are probably out of my head at this point. So this afternoon's task is just going to be reacquainting myself with my novel, and hopefully I can get started writing today, but if I don't, it's not a big deal. I do have all day tomorrow as well. Okay, it's time to get back into this. I'm really excited. I've missed writing a lot, and I'm really happy to be writing again. This has already been a disastrous start already. My computer is updating and is having the longest update ever. And I thought to myself, oh, I'll just read through the latest notes, the latest brainstorming I did and see if I can kind of pick up from there. It turns out that my work notebook is the same color as my brainstorming notebook, and I grabbed the wrong one. All I have here is my old work notes, and I do not have my brainstorming folder with me. So this is a great start already. My computer is still updating, and once that's done, I'm just going to read through my chapters and I'll start brainstorming in this book. I'm just without my brainstorming notes for a few days, which is unfortunate. I am done getting myself familiarized with everything that went on in my book. Luckily, I did start to remember where I left off, and it wasn't like a blank slate situation. I did do some brainstorming to kind of figure out where to go from here. I think I've mentioned a few times, I have a few different paths and ideas for how to get the characters to the end. I've always been a little unsure of how to write the ending, only because I know how I want to close certain arcs, whether it be character or plot driven, but I don't know how to tie them all together. And that's where I'm really struggling with the end. I did make some progress today with my brainstorming. It's still not complete. I realized as I was brainstorming, I need to write kind of the next part and see how it goes in order to figure out where to go next. I have another idea, and it's a way I would really like to close the book, but I'm just not sure if it would be too much in terms of word count. So I want to see what happens as I write this next part, and then if I have enough room, I can add the next part, or maybe it could be part of the sequel. We'll find out. It was a quick day today. I'm going to go have dinner, and I will be back tomorrow tomorrow I'm going to be working on this book pretty much the entire day. It's going to be my first day ever as a full-time author, and I'm very excited about it. So I will be spending, I don't know if it'll be 8 hours, but it will be a large chunk of time tomorrow just working on my book. So we're going to see how much I write in that day. It's day 2 of my writing vlog, and I know I said today was going to be my first day as a full-time author, and I was going to treat it as such, and that didn't happen. Surprise, surprise. This was the first day that I've ever had that I didn't have to wake up early and get going and doing things. And I have just been so physically exhausted that I slept in and I stayed in the bed for like an extra hour just scrolling on my phone. It wasn't the most productive, but it was really the break that I needed. And then I got ready for the day, and I also spent the morning finishing my taxes. Today is April 11th, which means I was pretty much running out of time to do my taxes. I did a large portion of them a few weeks ago. I just had to finish up a few things. So that took me about another hour to file my taxes, and then I had lunch, and now it's the afternoon, and I am ready to write, but still not going to write because I am going to spend the next hour or so setting up my new computer. I'm very excited that I have a new computer. My poor old computer, it has lived a good life. I think it's 5 years old. And it has 0 battery life. It lasts for about 30 minutes off a power cord. I really wanted a new laptop as I move into this new season of my life, primarily because I want a laptop that I can bring with me places and I don't have to worry about finding a place to stick in the power cord or sitting near a place that has an outlet. I want to be able to write in places like a coffee shop or whatever and just be able to sit at a table and not worry about it. Also, it has become really hard editing YouTube videos on my old computer, especially since I got this new camera that I'm recording on. The footage quality is so much higher than my phone, and when I download a bunch of videos into my computer and try and run Adobe, it is really slow, it's laggy, it crashes, and it's time for me to upgrade to a new computer so I can do the 2 things that I do the most and plan to do the most as my future unfolds. So we're gonna do a little unboxing with my new computer. I'm very excited about it. It is an HP Omnibook Ultra. I took a lot of time to choose this, and there's, lots of reasons why I chose this over others, and I'm not gonna really get into it, but I will say I wanted a computer that could handle long battery life and content creation. And I think this one is marketed for content creators. I can't remember. I looked at so many computers. I will say this has a higher computing power than like a standard computer for someone that's just doing office work. And that's what I wanted specifically in my choice for a new computer. So let's open it up and see what's inside. I'm excited to see it. It's a pull tab. That's really interesting. In here. Okay. So here we go. Power cord. This is insane. This is the smallest power cord I've ever seen, like the smallest little pack I've ever seen on a computer. I don't know what this is. Oh, I think it's just a user guide. Oh, it comes in a nice little like felt wrap thing. And that's really cute. Ooh, fancy. Look at that. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm very excited to use this laptop. The keys feel really good, so this will be good for typing. I'm going to go ahead and set this up. I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm guessing a few hours. And then I will be ready to start writing on my new computer. This is going to be so exciting. As usual, my day did not go as expected. It took about 2 hours to set up my computer. It took a very, very long time. So anyway, I didn't have a lot of time to write today, but I did manage to write for about half an hour. And I wrote 439 words today, which is great. I'm so happy to be writing again. I have missed it so much. And even yesterday, even though I didn't write, though I was working on my book, and that really made me happy. I was so excited to be thinking about the characters and their journeys and what's going on in my novel. And today, just starting to write again made me really happy. I will be calling it a night for tonight. I'm not sure if I'll write tomorrow, but definitely a little bit the day after. And by the way, I love my new computer. I left some ASMR sounds in there so you could hear how the keyboard sounds. I really like it. It's a little more clicky, not clicky, but like mechanical, I guess, than my last keyboard. And I just enjoy hearing that sound probably because I love ASMR. Okay, that's a wrap for today. 439 words. Yay. I'm ending at 64,407. So I'm really close to 66,000, which is 2/3 of the way down with this book. This will be a wrap for today, and I'll pick this back up in a little bit. This will be my final writing session of the weekend. I thought I would have a lot more time to write, and it turns out I haven't. That's okay. I still am loving my new computer. I set it up yesterday for video editing. I had a little bit more work on the setup stage to do for that, so I didn't actually get to edit a video, but at least I got it set up to do that. And this morning I have about a half hour to write. It's not a lot of time, but it's all the time I have. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that now because I do want to edit this video later because I do want to post it later this week. So I have to stop writing at some point in order to edit this video. And I'm gonna be really, really busy this week doing other things, and I won't have a lot of time to edit. So I really want to take this afternoon for editing. And then I have to drive back home. So that'll be a few hours, and then maybe I'll have some more time to edit tonight. As for writing, I'm just going to write, since it's only a half hour, I don't expect to write a ton. So I'm just going to write for a half hour, however far I get, and then I'll catch back up with you after that. I'm all done for the day. I wrote 293 words. It was a little slow today because something happened with the formatting from me switching over from my old computer to my new computer. I moved the document over, and something's different with my offices. The chapters and the formatting was weird, so I had to spend a little bit of time trying to fix that. I'm not really sure I did, but I at least got it somewhat resolved. Overall, I really enjoyed writing again. I know I didn't write a lot this weekend, but I really was happy to at least get back into it a little bit. I won't be able to write much this week, but maybe like this weekend or moving into the next few weeks, I'll be able to write some more. I really want to amp up my writing now that I'm unemployed. Writing was really good. The only thing I have been struggling with while writing over the last few days is it's really hard to maintain my momentum and my train of thought. I have so much stuff going on in my personal life right now and so much stuff I need to do that I almost feel guilty taking time to sit down and write when I feel like I should be doing other things. And even past that, when I do sit down, my mind is just racing with everything I need to do. And it's very hard for me to concentrate and focus on my writing. I don't feel like my creative flow is flowing, and it's harder for me to come up with ideas and to figure out where I'm going. I do think this will resolve once I get my personal life settled. For now, it's just a little bit difficult to write, and it's just something I have to deal with. So anyway, stay tuned for next week because that's going to be a really special video, and I'm really excited to share with you some new changes in my life, and I will see you next week.